What up, though? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, presented by Lions Nation Unite, man. How about Dan Cambell, the play caller? We'll talk about him. Some young studs. Jerry Jacobs, the sun god is stepping up. All that and more. But I got to bring in the crew. First man up. You know who he is. The coolest man on the show. The ladies love him. My man, LL Cool Torrance. What's up, my guy?
Good morning, Proud Nation, and what's up, y'all?
Hey, you know how it gets down. Hey, you know who it is. Who?
Coach Jones. Who is Coach Mike Jones? What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Dan Cambell, man. It's all about Dan Cambell right now. What you got, Curt?
All right, so we're looking at Dan Cambell, the play caller. So let's kind of go over some notes from his play calling versus the Vikings. All right, good mix in the game. 42 passes versus 26 runs. Jared Goff threw 41 passes and they ran the ball 27 times, but one of them was a scramble. So we're going to call it what it is. He called 42 passes and one of them just happened to be a run. All right, first half, my man Dan Cambell exploited the Minnesota backup linebackers and cornerbacks with them tight ends in the middle of the field and some good out routes. If you look at where they exploited, they didn't try to test those safeties, but they got in those intermediate routes, tested those linebackers, and on the out routes with those wide receivers, Josh Reynolds really ate up those backup cornerbacks. Peterson was out for the game. Patrick Peterson was not playing for the Vikings. So he exploited those matchups in that first half. He really did a good job. You can tell by the first half score, 20-6. However, Mike Zimmer in that third quarter said, hey, hold up, player. They had backup linebackers in. They were not rushing those guys. So what did he do? Zimmer said, go ahead. We're going to rush the passer. We're going to break some things. And Campbell had it while to adjust. You think about that third quarter, man, it was like looking kind of bleak there. And into that fourth quarter where it took Campbell a while to kind of readjust his play calls. But he said he did not regret going forward on 4th and inches. He said, because the analytics said that with our run game and their defensive line, we should have been able to get that first down. However, he said he should have caught a play for Jamal Williams. And we know that's a bonehead call from what the hell he was thinking about on that pass play. But the good thing with Dan Cambell, he admits his mistakes. But he went ahead and adjusted that play calling, and it was great calling and execution by the players on that final drive. You had guys like Godwin, it would be great getting his shine on. Amon-Ra St Brown with that hurdle over the player to get out of bounds to save some time on the clock. Look at that final drive, and the play calling was really good. Dan Cambell is really making waves as a play caller. He's still taking his lumps because that 4th and inches, man, you do not call a pass play. Not in that situation. You line up big on big and do your thing. He's made adjustments each game. He's gotten a little bit better each game. You look at the Pittsburgh game, until we had Matt Nelson go out, they were really killing Pittsburgh in the run game. And he's doing what he said, in my opinion, in his opening press conference. He said, when I find a matchup, I'm going to exploit it. What was the matchup in the Minnesota game? Those linebackers were backups. They didn't know how to cover. So he took advantage with those tight ends. Those seam routes down the middle of the field. Hockenson and Brock Wright ate. And they were playing off coverage because you had backup cornerbacks in. That's how the last touchdown was, because the guy played off of Amon-Ra St Brown. I don't know how you give that guy kind of a cushion down there at the goal line, but I guess he did it. So they exploited the matchups. I'm liking his progression as a play caller. He's still doing his on-the-job training as a play caller, but he's improving. He's taking his mistakes and trying to learn from them. What you guys think?
Well, honestly, I kind of have mixed feelings because I don't know how I like that they took the play calling from Anthony Lynn, because I don't really think it was Anthony Lynn's fault. Like, said it 100 times, the Jimmys and Joes versus the X's and O's. And I honestly think it was that Jimmy or Joe, Jared Goff. But however, I'm glad we ended up getting the win. The team looked physical, or has been looking physical all year. And they've been getting credit for it. I don't know if you guys, watch any international coverage this past week, but Ryan Clark gave us a shout out. Greenberg and and there's the one that I really wanted to say is slipping my mind right now. But he made sure to it was on NBC. Whoever I forget which one it was, but it was Dungy, because I'm hearing his voice in my head now. But it was Collinsworth too. But but he was like, these guys they're playing hard for Dan Campbell, and that's when Collinsworth, he was like, if you got to go to Detroit, you guys are you in the fight. You got to go into a fight going in there, and that's, as I said, on this show way before, that's all I really wanted to see. So shout out to Dan Campbell for that. But I honestly don't hope this is the end for Anthony Lynn here. I hope this is just him saying, let me do this with Jared Goff and I'll let you get somebody better. I don't know. But however it goes, because I honestly, like, even though Jared Goff, he some people called it a Stafford-esque drive because he drove us down the field and all of that. Good shot. He tried to give it away right before the play. He threw the touchdown. So, that's I really just don't like Jared Goff. So that's the bittersweetness to it. Like, I'm glad we did all of this, but I don't hate, but I don't want them to. I don't want them to get that much faith in Jared Goff, because I don't want to stick around that long.
Right. No, you know what, man? I don't think, first of all, I'm just gonna say this. Anthony Lynn season, he's gone. Like, he's gone. He about to get that bread dog in college. But I mean, I'm good with the offense, with the play calling. But the only thing I'm gonna say like this, man. If Dan Campbell calls a QB sneak, him and Jared Goff got to sit down and talk. Jared Goff got to get lower on the QB sneaks, man. I think it was like the second or the third quarter. I can't remember. He went for a QB sneak and he didn't get it. Man, he was like hunched over a little bit. Like, look, man, you got to squat your big ass down, man. You got to get in his butt and his hip. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to get low and drive, man. He bent over like, come on, man.
You don't want to get in there.
Do that. Yeah, you got to mix it up, man. You in the D, baby. You better get right. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I got, man. Like, if you're gonna go for those 4th and 1s, you got to have a play called, and the best play we have is to the running backs. Okay. All right, our running game is the bread and butter of the offense, and you said it yourself, Campbell. So just give it to the running backs. Don't switch it up.
Right, especially on 4th down. Don't stop leaving it in Jared Goff's hands.
With that QB sneak, I would say this: Williams didn't do his part on that job on that one, and I'll say this is why before we move on. Most running backs, right, on that QB sneak, what do? Especially in college, what do? They get behind that quarterback and they push him in. They push him in that line, and I didn't see that from Williams. And I was like, oh, come on, man, you got to push that quarterback, man, so he can get it in that end zone, man.
He probably hope Goff gone too.
Yeah, so but I digress. Hey, all right. So that's a Dan Campbell, the play caller. I would say one thing that I did like about the Minnesota game, Jared Goff pushed the ball down the field. It wasn't a deep dunk game.
Right.
He pushed that ball down the field. So Dan Campbell, he is getting a little bit better. He's learning that on the job training, getting better at calling plays. So go ahead, Dan Campbell, do your thing, baby. All right, here is the family discussion topic for today. What do you think? Proud Nation, and leave us a comments in the below. What do you think about his play calling? You know how we do it with the comment cards. You're gonna get 6 of them gonna be read in the next show. So go ahead, drop us a comment on what do you think about Dan Campbell's play calling. All right, so it's time to do what? Click the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We're on that march to 4,000. We're trying to get that 4K like the TV, baby, and be HD horrific. So go ahead and click that subscribe button. We need you. Get on this bus, Gus. Get on the train, Wayne, and get on the ride, Clyde, with us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Now, here we go. Detroit still controls their destiny for the #1 overall draft pick. Now, let's check this thing out. the Detroit Lions at 1-10-1 still have the worst record in the NFL. I know we probably just won a Super Bowl this weekend, but shit, it's still
Right,
1-10-1. All right, so if they win one more game and the Houston Texans lose out, the Texans get the number 1 overall pick. Why? Because the tie is a half a win, and that puts us at a better win percentage. However, check this out. Houston is 2-10. So is who? The Jacksonville Jaguars. Guess who plays in 2 weeks? Houston and Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a heavy favorite in that game. And I think Jacksonville may be out of that running for that first overall pick. Just because of the fact that they play Houston and the New York Jets in the next 4 weeks. So you look at those teams, I think Jacksonville will take themselves out of the equation. I
think the Texans is trying for it though. I think they packed it in for the season. So
I think they have. Now here is the Lions' final 5 games of the season, and this is the record of the teams that we're playing right now. After 12 games, we got Denver next week 6-6, Arizona 10-2. We got Atlanta after that at 5-7. Seattle, we're at Seattle at 4-8, and we close the season out with Green Bay in Ford Field. They're at 9-3. Now you look at that. Look at those games. Do you see another win in that equation for the Lions? Because you got
I kind of do.
Which game?
I don't want to. I'm with you. I'm with you, Mike. I don't want them to, but do y'all remember? It was the year we drafted Hop, 8 overall. Mm-hmm. We the last game came down to Green Bay. All we had to do was lose, and we would have been guaranteed a top 3 pick that year.
Oh, we ran.
And what did we do? We went and beat them in historic fashion. So that's I hope that's not. I hope it don't come down to that game, because I got a bad feeling that we gonna take ourselves out that number 1 spot. Because I understand, like, don't nobody want to lose. Like, don't nobody, outside of, people want to get the number 1 pick, but they don't want to look like they get the number 1 pick sometimes. So
they don't want to tank. Like, I don't want to see them tank. But if we get the number 1 pick, I won't be mad, because like I'm looking at it like this. My mind. If they lose out, I'm fine with it. I don't want them to try to lose out. Play hard. I never want the team to play to lose. Always play to win. But I don't see a game. It's going to be tough in there in that stretch to kind of really not win one game. I see Atlanta being a winnable game. I feel like because they're in the dome. Even with Seattle, that's gonna be a game that we can win.
Hey, all I know is they're gonna be like, hey, Boyle, you're starting.
Right. Or we need Jared Goff to go back to Goffle again, to where we all hated him, and he can
only thing that's gonna work in our favor with Goff is you have a couple of those games are gonna be outdoors. In the weather, you got Denver we playing Denver this weekend. That's in the weather, and we got Seattle is a road game as well. And you know how that's going to be. It's going to be cold and windy and all that crap out there in Seattle at the end of the season. So that may be one of those games where baby hands may cough the ball but we'll see. But the Lions controlled their destiny with the number 1 overall pick. Looking at this scenario, do we keep the number 1 overall pick? I'll shoot to you, Mike. Do we keep it?
We better, man. For real. Just tell Aiden Hutchinson, hey, you got to go about a half hour up the block. You know what I'm saying? And you at Ford Field, baby. So, hey, that's all we need, man. And don't win no more, man. Look, I know we don't like tanking, but if we getting rid of all the experienced players and we playing these young players, then we kind of tanking already without saying it. But we're also trying to develop the young talent. So, hey, man, put them undrafted free agents in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But here's the problem.
Practice squad players. Let's go. And send the rest of them home. Like, hey, y'all can go home early. We can give y'all full pay.
The problem is they playing hard for Dan Cambell though. They're playing hard.
Right.
Those they out there balling for Dan Cambell. So, I mean,
right. Let them play hard at the non-NFL level. Let them practice team players play. Or let me go out there. I go out there and sign me to a contract.
Or just my game plan would be play hard for 3 quarters. And whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, put that winning game plan on until we actually can lose it. So just get it going and let it go.
All right. Hey, that's my Newsroom Talks for today. Hey, if you want to check out more content from us, because you know what? The content is over there. Go over to Lions Nation Unite. Hang out over there with us. We're all over there chilling out over Lions Nation Unite. You got Herman Moore over there kicking it. We be in those game day chats. And then our content is right there in the app. We post the videos. Everything is right there in the app. So you don't have to even have to leave the app to watch your shows right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. So go over there and check it out. It's a great time over there. It's the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. Next up is my man, Big Coach Mike. What you got on a young, talented player?
Man, you know what? Amon-Ra finally had that game where I'm Jared Goff's comfort blanket. Because honestly, if y'all just want to keep it real, Amon-Ra has probably had the most disappointing season far of the draft picks. From what we expected from him draft day. I think he's had you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know we all love him, but I mean, let's be honest, he's kind of not been that guy. You know what I'm saying? And Sunday, he was that guy. He was finally that guy. He found his niche. I don't know if it was the chemistry between him and Goff or him just not feeling comfortable in the offense or what it was, but he found it. Goff found him. Hopefully the confidence grows and that's good because I mean honestly I've been like, where's Amon-Ra St Brown been? You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm watching these games, I'm like, where's St Brown? Because he was talked about pre-draft or like after the draft, like he's gonna be the standout of the entire draft class. You know what I'm saying? Because of his route running and his explosion, and we don't have a receiver, so he's in. And then he just hasn't been that guy, but I'm glad they found him on Sunday, and hopefully that matures into something, and he can be that slot receiver that we all know he can be.
My only thing is, Mike, because I'm with you, but you know, wide receiver or receiver, you know, any receiving position is the most dependent position on the field. So, right, you know, he you know, it ain't been what I thought it was going to be either, but. How do you feel it would have been? And I'm not going to say Stafford, but if we had another quarterback here, I feel like he might be closer to what we thought he would have been. You know what? And another thing that we always point out here was they use him to block a lot. So, you know, I guess that's to be a good blocker in this system is not going to help his receiving numbers because obviously, you know, we're going to put him to work, you know, blocking somebody, which he's really good at. So. You know, however he gets involved, I'm okay with that. But, you know, I feel like with time and maybe different personnel, he'll probably have his role will be increased as far as offensive production.
True.
Mm-hmm. True. Can't throw the ball to himself. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Right. And on the interception he threw to Hawkinson, if you look to the right, guess who's wide open in the right there?
Running.
Wide open is
as they would say, running naked. Running. Wasn't nobody near him. Wasn't nobody
Not
near him.
even close. Not even close. But I feel you. But the Sun God made his stamp in Detroit on Sunday, getting it in, holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Probably was over there doing push-ups all game on the sidelines. You know how you get down. Hey, if you like this content, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. All of these things help us with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to get yourself some Lions gear, you know, I'm rocking that 2021 road sideline cap. Go over to fanatics.com. The link's in the description below. A portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow this content on this channel. You know how we hold it down. We try to bring you more and more content every day right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Now it's time for you know, all right, ladies, calm down. He's coming to the microphone. It's my man, LL Cool Thomas. What you got, my dude?
Even though I be where I be at, I wish it was just like that though. I wish it was, it was like that everywhere. I had to go. You had to calm the ladies down for me. But no, today my news and rumors topic on this two-piece Tuesday and or Taco Tuesday is just showing some love to Jerry Jacobs, man. If you watched the telecast on Fox on Sunday, they were talking about him, how he sticks his nose everywhere he needs to be. He's been playing real aggressive as far as a rookie corner. And, even though he's been penalized, and they even said like a lot of those penalties weren't necessarily fairly called. So, and then I saw a bunch of headlines saying that, Dan Cambell is proud of the pit bull rookie, Jerry Jacobs. So I'm going to just read a little bit of this article from Lions Wire, or at USA Today. And just a little bit of paragraph. It says, the Minnesota Vikings saw each of their first two drives on Sunday ended by one player. Lions rookie cornerback Jerry Jacobs ruined a couple of designed short passes with excellent instincts and powerful tackles, forcing the Vikings offense off the field. Jacobs finished the game with 7 solo tackles, including 2 for losses. They also have a quote here for Dan Cambell. It says, if you can't tackle, you can't play on this defense. And both of them did that. Jerry Jacobs really showed up, Campbell said in his Monday press conference via Zoom. He's kind of a pit bull out there, and he can cover one-on-one, but he's also come up and tackle. He'll also come up and tackle you and hit you, and that's so good. Right. I feel like these are the types of players that we'll need. These are the types of players that you'll see here. And I'm glad that Jerry Jacobs is one of them, at least for now. I would want him to stick around. I guess that's the worst part about a lot of these young players. I like a few of them. I like a bunch of them, and I kind of want them to stick around. But you know how that may end up shaking out. But just while we still have him, I want to give a little bit of shine to the boy Jerry Jacobs. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he got that dog in him, man. He got that. I'm about to go do this. Like who here? Like he got that. He can tell how he play and his demeanor. He like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? I like that, man. So shout out to Jerry Jacobs, man. Yeah,
Jerry Jacobs was a star in the making, man. I think he may be the top, and maybe league-wide undrafted free agent in this year's class. And just the way he plays. I mean, you look at his production on the field. I mean, even with you had a draft pick come back from injury, iffy, and Dan Cambell was like, nah.
Right.
Jerry Jacobs is going to stay starting. So you look at that. He's one of those guys that you're going to have to come take my spot. That's that guy. He's like, you're going to have to come take it from me. You're not going to just, I'm not going to give it to you. You got to come take it from me. And that's what I like with Jerry Jacobs, the young fella. Hey,
I like well, hold on. Just one. I got one more note. Just because I forgot to put in there when I was talking, so I apologize. But the Lions defense, of course, is much improved from last year. I think we were dead last, or near the bottom. We're still not that far up, but we are the 21st ranked passing D, and to me, that's not really that bad considering that we are in passing times now, and just as far as just standing on the team and in relation to being probably the best playing undrafted free agent. He's second on the team with 7 PBUs. No picks, though, but 7 on the team and pass breakups. So, once again.
Right. Hey, I like that, man.
Definitely doing his thing. All right. So, hey, if you like the content, like this video, share the video, and comment on the video. Hey, if you want to be part of Proud Nation, go ahead and click the subscribe button. We're on that march to 4,000. So go ahead and click that subscribe button for the crew right here at Detroit Lions on the Prowl. But it's time for us to do. It's time for us to zip our lip and talk about what you had to say about yesterday's show. All right. So my man, Randy Franks. So, he brings in the heat. He says, hey, this one was for Jim Bordeaux. We agree with you wholeheartedly. And the victims of the Oxford tragedy. That was kind of crazy. A great win for the team and the city, for the Lions YouTube Nation. You guys keep bringing content each and every week. And even when I'm sure it's tough with all the losses, keep doing your thing. We keep watching. Love the show. Hey, we appreciate the love, man. Thanks, my man. We appreciate that, Randy.
Yep. Of course, friend of the show, Doug Prince says, like LL on that interception, I was cussing and mad as hell. And then just when you thought he showed up or showed his dumbest dumb, he pulls a Stafford and walked us down in 74 seconds and scores. I wish we could count on him walking down the field on the regular. Thank you for that, Doug Prince, but I don't, because I want him gone. thank you, Jared Goff. Let me say that too. Thank you, Jared Goff, but that's enough now.
I ain't gotta hate on man like that. All right, man. Wally Ravala says, I'm with Coach Mike. Thank you. On 4th and 1, late in the game, on our end of the field, I was screaming, mad. Good thing they won, or I would have lost my, you know what. And yeah, I'm telling you right now, I'm like Campbell, take this walk with me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And the inspirational one, Turner C. Burley says, I am excited about the win, but I am most excited about how they won. They looked like a well-coached team. I agree with that. It looked like the coaches definitely had them out there executing the plays very well. And, again, speedy recovery from recovering from the stroke, Turner C. Burley, man. We love you right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl.
Right, glad to see you back, my man. Jerry Enigsby, if I pronounced that right, I apologize if I didn't, says, hats off to our new kicker as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Yeah.
Because that other dude was terrible.
Man.
Santosos, man, they said that was one of the worst field goal attempts in league history in Pittsburgh. That was terrible.
Yeah. He's a goat herder now. What is
I don't know.
He, listen here. I know Goff isn't the long-term solution for future at QB, but I think that he's starting to show he can be a bridge. And that's all we really wanted him to do to maximize that. I had hopes that maybe he could possibly be that guy, like he could possibly, in the perfect world, but as long as he can be a bridge QB, we get a QB in a draft or something like that, and we have him sit behind Goff, and we have that QB coach Mark Brunell work with him, and help him and bring him up, man. I mean, that's all we can pray for.
But not Spencer Rattler, though, right, Mike? Not Spencer Rattler.
Right.
Nah, Spencer Rattler, he's staying. He ended it. He's
Yeah.
He entered the transfer portal. So he's going to stay in college
Mike
1 year.
Because he put up his mock draft and he said we should draft Spencer Rattler, and that's in my mind. Like I said, I told him, I said, whoever made this hates the Lions because I don't want him. He said,
I only did that because I traded my pick, and I had 2 second-round picks. In the last second-round pick, Spencer Rattler was still there, so he was the 4th pick in the draft.
I feel like using that second-round pick on maybe some 2 pieces for the whole team would be more beneficial.
It was a mock draft, man.
Man, y'all killing me right now. Now it's time to go to your favorite segment of the show, Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites Desserts, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. You got the football special going on. You get the 4 cookies, the 4 helmet cookies, the 4 logos, and the 4 footballs for $35. Go over to Delightful Bites on Facebook and check them out. Or you can email her at delightfulbites18@gmail.com. Just to order directly from her. All right. So here's the dessert with your man, Curt. What a locker room celebration. Yeah. If you saw the video when it came out yesterday, and Sheila for him, she pulls up not only when you're doing good, bad, when you're doing good, but she was waiting for Dan Cambell in his office when he came off the field to congratulate him for the win. But if you look at that, and shout out to Dan Cambell, they gave him a game ball, and he said that the game ball was dedicated to the Oxford community. You look at that, that's the type of guy he is, because he said, we gave them a couple of hours worth of happiness, and because of so much tragedy in there, and we were glad to represent them, because if you didn't know, all the coaches wore the Oxford shirts and hats prior to the game. And then actually Jalen Elliott, who wore 42, Meyer, the kid who wore 42 for that team, he had a Meyer jersey on. It was a Lions jersey, but it had Meyer on the back coming into the game. So you look at that, the support of the Lions in the Oxford community is really what I want to highlight today. The Lions, they won on the field and they won off the field this week, and their support for the Oxford community. So shout out to the Lions, Dan Cambell, and the whole organization for being so supportive of a tragedy It was just senseless violence at that high school, man. And shout out to them. And that's your dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. All right, let's go over and take a look at who is on the Wall of Fame, baby. All right, we got our bronze members. We got Detroit Drew. It's always holding it down. The Midwest Lion. Got a chance to talk to him a little bit last week, rocking out with Luke G over there on his channel. And then you got our man. You know who he is, Smoke and Jeremy. You know how he gets down. Bo Gagarius over there, and the Flintstone himself, Jimbo G. What up, Flintstone? You know, we got Mr. Scotty the Bear, the Frenchman. You know he does baguettes and all that. My man, Batman of the 313. He came and saved us. He saved that game on Sunday because it took everything to save that game on Sunday. Because we tried to get that thing away so many times. And you know, we got Go Lions. And for our gold members, we got Turner C. Burley holding it down. The F5 is rolling through. That tornado is blowing through the building. Randall Flag 606, just in the D. And you know who it is, the doctor. Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the join now in the description. Now we head to final thoughts. My man LL, what you got?
Final thoughts, of course. You know, thoughts and prayers go out to the Oxford school and the whole community, man. It's really crazy when it, you know, when it hits so close to home. You know, we hear these stories all the time. It's unfortunate that we actually have to live it that kind of way, that we're so used to hearing about it, but when it's just so close, you know, just seeing the repercussions of it all, just the ripples from all of the, you know, just schools, like local schools around this way in Pontiac and Waterford and things like that, you know, shutting down for various different reasons. So shout out to everybody, man. Thoughts and prayers and thoughts of healing as well, you know, healing and well wishes to everybody involved.
Yeah, definitely. My final thoughts for today, man, is we got that win. We got that out of our system. Don't do that no damn more, okay? We got it. We got it out. Okay. We know. Okay. Chill. Okay. Chill on all that winning now, bro. Okay. And secure this first pick. I'm not trying to wish nothing bad on the Lions, nothing like that. We're building. We're slowly building. We're letting these young guys play. Just don't win no damn more. That's all I'm saying. Right.
All right. So final thoughts for today's show is my hearts and prayers go out, like we said, to the Oxford community, and shout out to you know, our Wolverines for wearing that patch on their jerseys during the game, and the coaches wearing it on all that stuff, and they're gonna keep rocking with that patch all the way through the college football playoffs, however far they go. So you know, my thing is Dan Cambell, the play caller. People say, oh, why is he calling plays? Well, a lot of head coaches call plays. And why is he calling plays now? Well, it's the time for him to call it now. You look at the season, where the season's going. This is the best opportunity. And how is he going to learn how to become a better play caller if he's not calling the plays? I'm just saying. Right. All right. So thank you for everybody for watching. You know, it's 2P Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. And you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Become a member of the Wall of Fame. We have an announcement tomorrow, a show about the gold members meeting, if it's going to happen or not. So we'll just make that announcement tomorrow on tomorrow's show. So go ahead and tune in. So come on back. We love you right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And it's so much fun doing this thing. But, you know, it's Taco Tuesday, 2-piece Tuesday, whatever you eating for lunch. You know what you guys do? You got to get this napkin, crumbs off your face, finish your drink, and get back to work, baby. And whatever you do in life, you know what you got to do. You got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LLM Coach Mike Jones, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.